recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If there is someone who has seen the horrors of socialism up close within the Democratic Party, is in the House, and it's the Honorable Congresswoman Maxine Waters. And I would love for you to support this resolution specifically, because, Madam Waters, for decades you traveled to Cuba dozens of times to visit Fidel Castro personally, whom you consider your friend. Congresswoman Waters was in Havana, and she saw the destruction of biblical proportions that Castro caused on that island, who at the time in 1960 had the highest per capita income in the Western Hemisphere. At that time, Madam Waters knew that thousands and thousands of Cubans were escaping on a raft, exposing their lives and their children to be eaten by the sharks. She knew that Afro-Cubans were being beaten on the streets of Havana, discriminated against by Fidel Castro, Mr. Speaker. And for that reason, I am bringing up all these facts, because Madam Waters knew that the Cuban jails were full of political prisoners, and the Cubans did not have the same privileges that we are having right now to speak freely. At that time, Madam Waters never raised her voice to denounce the horrors of socialism, Mr. Speaker. For that reason, I am asking Madam Waters.
For what purpose the lady from California seeks recognition?
I move to take her words down.
Order. The House will be in order. The lady from California, for what purpose do you rise?
I rise to take down her words.
Lady from Florida, please be seated. I'd ask the clerk to please report the words. The lady from Florida is recognized.
All right, so I'm asking for unanimous consent to withdraw the violations of the rules and continue with my speech, which is that if there are many people on this floor that have seen.
Without objection, the words are withdrawn. Objection is heard. The objection is withdrawn. The gentlelady from Florida, her request is accepted with unanimous consent. The gentlelady from Florida is recognized. The gentleman from Arkansas.
The House is not in order.
The gentleman is correct. The House is not in order. With any luck, we'll get back to business. Please take your conversations off the floor of the House. The gentlelady from Florida is recognized.
There are many people on this floor who have seen the horrors of communism. They have been to Cuba. They have been friends with Fidel Castro. They have seen the jails full of Cuban prisoners. They have seen people preparing rafts to die in the middle of the ocean, eaten by sharks. There are many people in the Democratic Party who have witnessed that and have not said anything. So for that reason, Mr. Speaker, I am asking some of my colleagues on that side of the aisle, many of them who are very good friends of mine, to understand that denouncing communism and socialism is the right thing to do for the Democratic Party. And if some of the highest, most important members of the Democratic Party on that side of the aisle were to vote with us, they would be doing a very favor to the Republic, and not only that, to the Democratic Party. They will become the new champions. And the Democratic Party will be now the champion for freedom in the Western Hemisphere. I yield back.
Lady from Florida yields. The gentleman from Arkansas
I reserve.
reserves. Chair recognizes the lady from California.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Ms. Salazar for withdrawing her words, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The lady from California reserves a balance of her time. The gentleman from Arkansas is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I'm prepared to close if the gentleman from California is.
Lady from California.
I am prepared to close, Mr. Speaker. Let's get on with this discussion about socialism. Mr. Speaker, instead of legislating and doing the work to tackle real problems that Americans face, like the skyrocketing cost of groceries, rising rents and mortgage payments, and the absolute...
Ladies and gentlemen, the House is not in order. Please take your conversations off the floor of the House. The lady from California is recognized.
Thank you so very much. Americans again face the skyrocketing cost of groceries, rising rents and mortgage payments, and the Republicans have always opposed Medicaid and Medicare, and they've been undermining it since day one. And they do not want to fix the catastrophic economic policies of this administration. And I want you to know that this administration is responsible for the situation that we find ourselves in with this failing economy. The Trump administration must take the credit for what is happening with the loss of food for our children for a limited period of time before we fought to get it back.
Lady's time has expired.
Vote no. Vote no. Vote no.
I vote no. I haven't finished, but I'll vote no. I want you to vote no because this is absolutely unnecessary.
The lady from
Thank you.
California yields.